And the deep man for the Eagles will be Herschel Walker to the left, and Vi Sikahema, a former Cardinal, will be to the right-hand side. 1/3 of his kickoffs have been touchbacks this year. And here comes Phoenix and Philadelphia. Walker chases it down in the end zone. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20-yard line. Kenny O'Brien will be the starter at quarterback for the second week in a row. Signed as a free agent when Randall Cunningham went down. And up front, he's got Thompson, Shad, Alexander, Holmstrom, and Antone Davis. The wide receivers, Lofton and Calvin Williams. Mark Bavaro, the tight end, and in the backfield, Herschel Walker and Heath Sherman, who played well last week in the loss to the Dallas Cowboys. 1st and 10 from the 20. Walker gets the handoff and 6 yards over right guard. Eric Hill makes the stop. And the Cardinals' big nickel defense, and it is big up front. Davis and Ruckers, Swan and Bankston, the 4 down linemen. Rucker listed at 360. Eric Hill and Ken Harvey start at linebacker today. Tyrone Stowe injured and inactive. Massey Zordich starts for Chuck Cecil. Chris Oldham, Lorenzo Lynch, and Aeneas Williams, who had a huge game last week despite the loss to New Orleans. He had 2 touchdowns in that game. 2nd down and 5 officially. Walker hit and dragged down by Eric Hill. 2nd tackle in as many plays.
Now, one thing Richie Kotite told us yesterday is his team is not going to be conservative today. It's important for the Eagles to get on top early and force the Cardinals to play from behind. And also you get to this point of the season knowing what Joe Bugle's up against and that ultimatum from owner Bill Bidwell that's on the minds of all the Cardinals. And if they get behind, Kotite's feeling is that's exactly where he wants them, because they'll be thinking about other things than playing football.
3rd and 4. 4-man rush. O'Brien puts it on a string, and it's a 1st down at the 31-yard line. The catch made by Herschel Walker.
The one thing that Eric Swan has faced a lot of the last couple of weeks is double teams. Big number 98 will get the attention of both right guard Ron Holstrom and Dave Alexander all day long. The 49ers did this to Swan a couple of weeks ago, and the Saints did it to him last week, and now already the Eagles are going to do it to him. So that's what Swan has to see for the rest of the afternoon.
1st and 10 from the 31. Short set. O'Brien lobs it out, and it's caught. Lofton down the sideline. Just think back a month ago, and who would have imagined that Ken O'Brien and James Lofton will be throwing and catching for the Philadelphia Eagles.
I know both of them didn't think they would be. You know, strange thing the way it turns out, but if you stay in shape long enough, and both O'Brien at the age of 32 and Lofton at 37 have stayed in good shape, they know that injuries are a big part of the game, and they were ready when called upon.
Lofton caught 4 last week, and that's his 1st, and it's 1st down at the 48-yard line. Maurice Johnson starts in motion to the left. They hand it off to Herschel Walker, and he's not going to get much. Robert Massey, flying high, made the tackle, number 40.
Massey makes a real nice play, and also Lorenzo Lynch, left side of the screen. You see number 29, and his job is to force things wide to where Massey is. Comes up with the big right hand and punishes Herschel up high, where it's very difficult to bring him down.
Heath Sherman comes back in now in the offense. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Pittsburgh wins it coming from behind, and Houston leading by 10 in the 4th quarter. 2 wide receivers to the right side. Up the middle, big hole. And that's enough to move the chain again. Heath Sherman makes the tackle. He picked up 10, and it should be the 1st down. It is a 1st down.
You know, for those people that don't really like the way the game is played nowadays with all the situation substitutions, they will really enjoy today's game by Philadelphia, because on offense, because of injuries to Fred Barnett and Jeff Seidner, and Victor Bailey has a bad hamstring, on third down situations, they're just going to leave their normal personnel in the game. Not going to be a lot of substituting by the Eagles today.
On first down, they put Herschel Walker wide to the left. That's him top of your screen. And the handoff goes to Heath Sherman. He's forced inside. Stopped for no gain at the 38-yard line. The tackle made by Reuben Davis, number 93. When Randall Cunningham and Fred Barnett went down, the Eagles were 4-0. And Dan, they've really struggled offensively since that point.
Yeah, it's been pretty much downhill. Less than about a touchdown a game, about 8 points they've been averaging, and especially with their defensive problems, they're not going to win many games, as they haven't.
Well, in the last 3 weeks, an average of 8 points per game. Second down, 11. O'Brien with time, goes left, man open, caught. Heath Sherman makes the grab, and that's another Philadelphia first down of the 17-yard line.
Well, here he is right here. He's going to swing out of the backfield. O'Brien just throws a real nice touch pass here. He had to get it in over the defender on this play, and it's Robert Massey, who's a pretty good defender. Not used to seeing a running back go deep on him, and that's a big play for the Eagles, as Ken O'Brien's got a hot hand.
3 of 3 for 47 yards. Buffalo beats New England in overtime. First down and 10, no score, opening drive of the game. Trap play inside. Heath Sherman down to the 12. Dan said something about the significance both teams have placed on scoring early in this game. That's not an accustomed position for either. Throughout the season, Philadelphia has scored first only twice, and the Cardinals have scored first just once.
And so much of it's just a morale problem with both teams. Both teams are struggling. The Eagles have lost 3 in a row, and the Cardinals are playing under an ultimatum from their owner.
That ultimatum, in case you somehow have been out of the country, they must have a winning season or there's going to be changes made. And they're close to the point where it becomes an impossibility. They are 2-6.
You see, the last couple of running plays have been right up the middle. The Cardinals have done a good job against the Eagles on wide running plays in this first drive. And so now they go back. It's back and forth type of thing between Fritz Schirmer, defensive coordinator of Phoenix, and Zeke Bradkowski, the offensive coordinator for Philadelphia.
There's Zeke Bradkowski. And it's third down and 2. No score, opening drive of the game. That's tipped away. Robert Massey got a hand in there. And it'll be a fourth down and a field goal opportunity now for Matt Barr and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Now, if you look at O'Brien, he's saying, "My fault, James. Don't worry about it." Good pass protection for O'Brien, but this ball is forced into a crowd and thrown behind Lofton. Never really had a chance. He was lucky just to get his right hand on it.
Yeah, it was Massey in the area, but he didn't actually tip it at all. 27-yard field goal from Matt Barr is up and good. And the Philadelphia Eagles trying to break a 3-game losing streak. Take the opening kickoff, move for a 27-yard field goal, and a 3-0 lead. Smith and Cunningham. Ron Moore is the starter at running back. Randall Hill, Ricky Prohl. Gary Clark is back in the starting lineup today, still bothered by a groin pull. And Walter Reeves is the tight end. Here's Matt Barr's kickoff. Eric Blunt goes back and takes it 5 yards deep. That'll be a touchback, and Phoenix will take over at the 20-yard line. Here's Gary Clark, who has said he's about 70% right now, but his father had told him that when he was 70%, that was equal to 100% of somebody else.
He said he also listened to a lot of things his dad said it didn't make sense, but obeyed him anyway. Needs 41 yards to reach 9,000 yards receiving on his career.
And he would be only the 14th player in league history to surpass that mark. Here's Chandler back, looks right all the way. Larry Centers, who is in the backfield. Centers is a pass receiving specialist, and he opens in the backfield and picks up 12 yards. Defensively, Simmons, Millard, Harmon, and Flores, they have only 8 sacks for the season. The big key here is Britt Hager, who is a run stopper. He gets his first start as middle linebacker, only the 3rd start of his career, and in his 5 years. Allen, Miano, Hopkins, and Ben Smith in the defensive secondary.
The officials had marked the ball on the college hash marks, and Chandler and the offense had to tell him, hey, will you move him over here to the NFL hash marks here?
Well, Arizona State won here last night, defeating California 41-0. There's a handoff for a couple of yards to Larry Centers. By the way, we should mention something. Those of you back in the Philadelphia area, I think, are aware of this. The symmetry in records between Penn State and the Eagles going back to 1991, the records have been identical. Every Saturday the Penn State wins or loses, the Eagles do the same on Sunday. And the record now is 13-6 coming into today's game. Yesterday, of course, Penn State won, so that augurs well for Philadelphia.
Even though they were 3-point underdogs coming in.
2nd and 7. Larry Centers again, and Andy Harmon makes the tackle. We had been told to expect, it was Ron Moore that time, number 30. He did have the carry.
Here's Britt Hager. You see the change here that the Eagles have made. This is Seth Joyner, and what they're doing is they're trying to block up the middle. And on this play it was very successful. A little bit of a change going to an over and under type of defense, sliding the line, trying to shore up the middle where they missed Byron Evans because of that broken arm.
3rd down and 4. Timeout called by Philadelphia. Might have been a communication problem, not sure. Eagles call timeout. They lead 3-0. The customary small crowd on hand at Sun Devil Stadium. They expect about 40,000 today in a facility that seats 73. 3rd down, Eric Blunt has come into the backfield now. This is where Johnny Bailey was so important. Flags are down. Chandler coming to the left. Lobs it deep, incomplete. And we'll see if the Cardinals drew the Eagles offside.
The Eagles were certainly anxious as they were coming on the blitz there. Chandler went to a long hard count. Question is, did he cause one of his own men to jump with that hard count? He sure got out of that pocket in a hurry, didn't he?
Well, from the reaction of the Cardinals, looks like it's going to go against Philadelphia. Here's Jerry Austin, the referee.
Number 91 of the defense, offsides, 5 yards, 1st down.
Andy Harmon, who had a couple of sacks last week in the loss.
Good job on the pickup right there by Larry Centers on Britt Hager. Just after the penalty, a good job of getting rid of the ball by Chandler, not forcing the possible interception, but that's something, getting those blitzes on the first nickel situation kind of gives you an idea of the mindset of Bud Carson and the Eagles.
You just saw a picture of Bud Carson, the 62-year-old defensive coordinator. Here's the blitz. Chandler had a man wide open. Oh, boy. Larry Centers was all by himself.
And Chandler threw him a fastball when he needed to just feather it into him. Chandler kind of stumbles a little bit going back to pass. He steps up well, and then this ball just thrown way too hard. There is just nobody in front of Centers and Joyner there. He might have gone the distance.
As a result, however, it's 2nd down and 10.
But Chandler faced another blitz from the Eagles, so they're definitely going to challenge him with the blitz this afternoon.
They'll run it this time, but not for much. Ron Moore. Garrison Hurst, of course, the #1 draft choice, is out for the year after knee surgery a week or so ago. Ron Moore is a 4th-round pick, in his rookie season. Well, we'll bring you up to date. Dallas over the Giants. Detroit blanked Tampa Bay. San Diego came roaring back and nipped Minnesota. Buffalo in overtime. Denver defeats Cleveland, and Pittsburgh down 16-0 comes back and beats Cincinnati. 3rd and 8. Hard count again. Chandler with a free shot going deep, and Gary Clark is down there, but Mark McMillan was much closer to it. Gary Clark told us yesterday that he really likes the defensive secondary of Philadelphia, and in particular he likes Mark McMillan and the way he plays.
Yeah, it's another blitz. What we don't see there is the offsides there, but watch Joyner come free on the quarterback. A well-designed blitz, but Mike Flores was offsides.
That moves the ball out to the 50-yard line. It stays 3rd down. It'll be 3rd down and 3. Phoenix trailing Philadelphia by 3. Opening quarter of play. Another long count. Chandler right side. Caught by Ricky Prohl. 1st down, Phoenix. And then a flag comes at the tackle. Ben Smith defensively.
That's another catch for Ricky Prohl, who's leading the Cardinals in receptions this year. That one looked like it was thrown right into the teeth of the Eagles zone there. Ben Smith was standing right with Prohl, never saw the ball.
Gain of 12 and a 1st down, and we'll see what happens after that.
There is no foul on the play. 1st down.
You know, I wish they would explain why there's no foul in the play.
Yeah, obviously, if somebody throws a flag, he thinks there's a foul.
Right.
Okay, now what made him change his mind to where the other 3 or 4 guys come in and say, hey, that's not a foul? That's all we're asking. That's why the officials have those microphones, so they can communicate with us.
Seems like a simple enough request, doesn't it? 1st down and 10. Butch Roll is in as an H-back. And here comes a reverse. And some room. Ricky Prohl has a blocker in front and is out of bounds at the 23-yard line. That's his 3rd run of the season.
That blocker out in front was Butch Roll, number 82. You see Butch, it's almost like a counter gap. He comes around and he's got the lead on Prohl. He's going to take care of Eric Allen, who does a nice job of staying with his containment and forces Prohl out of bounds. Big play for Phoenix.
That's a gain of 15 and a 1st down at the 23-yard line. Butch Roll with a block that gave him the last 8 yards. And Phoenix trailing 3-0. Under 4 minutes remaining, 1st quarter of play. Blitz. And Ron Moore runs into the arms of Seth Joyner, but he cracks the 20 and is down at the 18-yard line. Perhaps the 19 is the official spot.
Butch Roll just made another devastating block to spring Moore that time for that 5-yard gain. Watch, here he is right here. The blitz is going to come from Hager, and there's going to be a heck of a collision right here. Super block by Butch Roll on the middle linebacker, who was blitzing again.
We have an injury report from the Philadelphia bench. Wes Hopkins has pulled a quadricep muscle, being iced, and he may be back. 2nd down, 5. Ron Moore, big hole, fumble. He got it back. It bounced right back into his arms.
A fortuitous bounce, perhaps, Verne.
I would think so.
The big block on Clyde Simmons here, number 96, is again, the Eagles are just gutted, and it's Butch Roll again coming down on a lineman this time. Watch this bounce, though, and a nice job of staying with it by Moore. So we've seen Roll block on a corner, a linebacker, and now a defensive lineman.
And it's 1st and goal, Phoenix. Larry Centers is in the backfield. Walter Reeves, the tight end, in motion. They'll run it left and not get anything this time. Larry centers the ball carrier.
You know, it's interesting with Wes Hopkins out of the game with that injury. You would almost expect to see number 20, Andre Waters, in the game. But Kotite, feeling that he's still not game sharp in those words, has put William Frizzell at that strong safety position for Hopkins.
Andre Waters is active today, and Richie Kotite said he will play, but not a major role. Not in this game. Derek Ware is in as an extra tight end on 2nd and goal from the 5. Chandler into the flat, and that was going to go 94 yards if Frizzell had held on. Oh, wow.
Yeah, number 33 should be kicking himself along with the ball. Here he is on the coverage. Centers comes out of the backfield. It's a quick flat pass, and that ball should have been intercepted, and that would have gone about 97, Verne, because he was on the 3-yard line. Nobody was going to catch William Frizzell.
But it's 3rd and goal. 3-0. Philadelphia leads. 1:34 remaining in the first quarter of play. And again, Philadelphia calls timeout. That's the 2nd defensive timeout that the Eagles have used on this drive. Carson, the longtime defensive guru in the National Football League, but his team forced to call 2 timeouts on this drive.
When you change your middle linebacker on defense, it's like changing your quarterback on offense. It's a different guy calling signals, a different guy communicating, and obviously there's been some problems as the Eagles have had to use 2 of their timeouts here in the first quarter.
3rd and goal. 5 defensive backs in for Philadelphia now. Split backs behind Chris Chandler. 3-0. Philadelphia has the lead. Blitz. Chandler back, lobs it out left side. Caught out of bounds. Gary Clark makes the grab, but he had run out of room. And that will bring on Greg Davis, who will try his 11th field goal of the season.
That's 2 weeks in a row now that Chandler's just let his receiver out of bounds on a crucial play. Last week it was Derek Ware on a 3rd and short situation. This time he throws it a little bit late to Gary Clark in the end zone.
Well, Steve Berline cannot play at quarterback today because of a knee injury, but Greg Davis pleaded with Joe Bugle, please keep him active so he can be my holder. And he is in to hold. Kick is up and good from 23 yards away. So at the end of a long drive, both teams have to settle for a trio of points, and we're tied at 3. 1:26 to go, first quarter. 1989, his first start as a middle linebacker today. His family is here from Odessa. His dad, Harley Hager, he's got a brother there in the stands. They had planned this trip a long time ago. First time the family has seen Britt play today. And it just so happens it also is his first start as a middle linebacker in the NFL. Short kickoff taken by Walker at the 17. And Herschel Walker is out near the 32-yard line, where the Eagles will take over for the 2nd time. David Braxton makes the tackle.
First down was really key for the Eagles on their 3-point scoring down, but also Phoenix does a pretty good job on first down in their first possession. You know, you kind of feel sorry for Hager. He's made 4 tackles as middle linebacker. He's blitzing every other down, and then he's got to go out and block on the kickoff return team.
Well, he was strolling along the sidelines, kind of relaxing, and realized, wait a minute, I'm on the kickoff coverage team, or kickoff return team. First down and 10. 3-3 ball game, 1:14 to go in the first quarter. O'Brien batted back in his face.
And it's the big guy that's dancing around that did the batting too. Big Keith Rucker. Watch him from the right of the screen. He's going to get his right hand up and snuff this one from O'Brien. That's a good job of getting about 340 pounds up off the ground. It says 360 here, and he doesn't look 360 to me, Verne. Doesn't
he
look
does
like
to me.
Told me a couple weeks ago he said he had his weight exactly where he wants it. I said, where's that? He says, right above my belt.
Second down and 10. 3-3 ball game. O'Brien has both wide receivers to the left. Victor Bailey, by the way, as Dan said, probably won't play today. There's Heath Sherman. And he runs it out near the 36-yard line. Eagles started off with a 4-0 record. Then they lost Cunningham. They lost Fred Barnett and Jeff Seidner. Now Byron Evans is out defensively. They've also lost Ken Rose. A lot has happened, and none of it very positive since that 4-0 record.
And if there were any Phoenix fans watching today, they'd tell you, well, hey, it's worse for us. Injury's been a big factor on both these teams' troubles lately.
3rd and 6. Out of the shotgun. Stunts. They got O'Brien. They stunted up front. Eric Swan with Ken Harvey's help.
Well, it looks like both teams want to major in the blitz coming right up the middle. Number 98 is Swan. He beats that double team this time. And because of the double team, you see Alexander turn out to help. That allowed Ken Harvey to come free.
Back to punt. Here is Jeff Fiegels, who is playing in his hometown. And Eric Blunt will return it because Johnny Bailey is on the inactive list today. And a little confrontation over in the Philadelphia bench. We got an official who got in the middle of that. Lorenzo Lynch is one of them, the Cardinal involved, number 29.
And you can always argue better when you take your helmet off. You know, your voice comes out more clearly.
Well, the cameras are on you.
It's tough to argue, though, when you're in somebody else's sideline.
Right.
Take a look at what happened at the end of this play. 29 is Lynch, blocking on Harris.
Well, Lorenzo Lynch will get a chance to rest. His offensive teammates are on the field. Final play of the first quarter, and we are tied at 3-3. Play action. Chandler with a good fake. And a comeback pattern, Ricky Prohl. Boy, he ran a real deep pattern and then brought it back on Eric Allen. Nice play, Chandler to Prohl. That's the end of the first quarter. With our score, Philadelphia 3, Phoenix 3. Battle of the Birds continues. From Sun Devil Stadium, and Phoenix struggles by as the game goes on, Dan.
This is what happened last week. You can see they started off well, then kind of tapered off to a dead zero in that fourth quarter against New Orleans. So far this week, they've got 82 yards in the first quarter, 17 of it on that completion to Ricky Prohl.
And they've got a first down and 10 at the 35 in a 3-3 game. Verne Lundquist and Dan Fouts from Sun Devil Stadium. Phoenix trying to defeat somebody other than the Redskins. And that pass is complete to Butch Roll. Big gain down to the 15-yard line. Well, he had 3 key blocks in the field goal drive and now makes a grab of a pass for 21 yards.
You got to take advantage of all your talent. 82 is a tight end / H-back, Butch Roll. Only 5 catches on the year for him. This one takes the ball inside the 15-yard line, and the Cardinals very impressive on this drive that was set up by the short punt by Fiegels and then the nice pass to Prohl at the end of the first quarter.
Ricky Prohl goes wide to the left side. Gary Clark is wide right. Here comes the blitz. Brett Hager makes the tackle on Ron Moore with some help from William Thomas. And a loss of 4.
Real good job by Hager recognizing the line's blocking scheme and then shooting through the gap to make the tackle on Ron Moore. Just too quick for Mark May that time. Gets in the backfield with help from William Thomas and drops him for a 2-yard loss.
There's Byron Evans, who is back home. He played collegiately down the highway at the University of Arizona in Tucson, but had 15 of his teammates over for dinner last night. here at his home in Phoenix. That pass, whoa! Complete to Gary Clark inside the 15 at the 14.
You know, Clark has to remember his first game as a Phoenix Cardinal. It was against the Philadelphia Eagles. He had 5 catches in that game for 59 yards. But more disturbing and more uncharacteristic for Clark was the fact that he had 5 drop passes in that ball game.
He spoke with us yesterday and talked about how frustrating this season has been because of the injuries. This is first full game in the last 5. Chandler changing the play. 3rd and 10. Blitz again. Chandler lets it go as he is hit. A flag is also down. And Eric Blunt, I think, is going to claim that he was held by William Thomas. Let's see if the call's on number 51.
Holding number 51 of the defense. 5 yards.
Good call, Verne.
Automatic first down.
And it's an automatic first down. So another penalty on 3rd down against the Eagles. This one really hurts because it brings up an automatic first down, whereas they don't have the penalty. It's incomplete. It would have been 4th down.
It'll be 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. 3-3 ball game. The Eagles have won 8 of the last 10 against the Cardinals, including the last 5 here. And Phoenix struggling with a 2-6 record, trying to break a 3-3 tie. Ron Moore gets a couple of yards down near the 6. Clyde Simmons with the tackle.
Earlier in the first quarter, the Cardinals were successful blocking Clyde Simmons right here with Butch Roll. Well, Simmons is an all-pro and a veteran ball player. Watch him take on this block by Roll and then make the tackle. Great play by Clyde Simmons.
And that leaves us with a 2nd down and goal from just outside the 6-yard line. Clark goes to the left side. Kroll comes to the right. Clyde Simmons with only 2 sacks so far this year. 19 a year ago. Up the middle, Moore down to the 2-yard line. And a gain of 4. That'll leave us with a 3rd and goal.
You know, with Johnny Bailey out and with Garrison Hurst out, the Cardinals really only have 3 running backs. Moore is the biggest at 220, but they're utilizing the blocking of Butch Roll as a fullback type, number 82 there, and he's having a heck of a day. He took on Britt Hager that time.
3rd and goal from the 2. Eric Blunt and Larry Centers in the backfield behind Chris Chandler. Blitz again. Chandler incomplete. Intended for Randall Hill.
Mark McMillan on the tight coverage there, Verne, but it looked to me as if there was an area there for Chandler to get the ball into Randall Hill. Let it sail high. Didn't take the sacks. He told me yesterday it was important for him to avoid getting sacked. But there's a time on the field where a sack doesn't hurt you. And at that point on the field, he would have been sacked maybe at the 10-yard line, still in field goal range. You got to hang in there a little bit longer, give those receivers a chance to make that catch in the end zone.
That brings on Greg Davis on 4th down for a 20-yard field goal. Berline will hold it. And that one just does get inside the left upright. But it's good, and the Phoenix Cardinals have taken the lead over Philadelphia. 6-3, early moments, 2nd quarter. Total yardage, Phoenix has 108, 41 of those on the ground. And Britt Hager already with 6 tackles for the Eagles. 6-3 ball game with 11:22 remaining. There is Britt Hager. And he's part of the kickoff return team as well. He's been a special team standout for the Eagles during his 5 years with them. And here's Greg Davis's kick. Walker and Sekahima are deep. It'll be by Sekahima from 3 yards into the end zone. And he's bopped as he gets to the 25-yard line. Robert Massey knocked him out of bounds. Well, coming up next Saturday on CBS, Nancy Kerrigan tries to win a title for the first time since a disaster in Prague, Czechoslovakia last March, when she goes after the championship with the pirouette, and a preview of the Olympic gold medal chase from Hamar, Norway.
You know anything about this sport, Verne?
I will tell you this. There are about as many people here today as there were in Hamar, Norway at Nancy Kerrigan's performance last week.
Not many, huh?
Here's a tip. She does very well.
All right.
Mark Bavaro makes the catch on first down out near the 35-yard line. 9 yards on that play.
The one thing, when you play against Mark Bavaro as a defensive back, you know one thing, you have to be physical against him. He uses his hands very well, and Lynch is as physical a defensive back as there is in the NFL. Well suited to play at corner, but even more suited to play the inside safety position of this big nickel of Fritz Schirmer's.
2nd and 1, 6-3. Phoenix leads it. Walker, first down, Eagles at the 41. 6-3 the score here. Other things going on in the NFL. Let's go back to Greg Gumbel.
All right, Verne, earlier today in Irving, Texas, Troy Aikman, a big day before he left the game with a strained hamstring, 161 yards and 2 touchdown passes to Alvin Harper. The Cowboys beat the Giants 31-9. All the highlights coming up at halftime, Verne.
All right, Greg, 6-3 is the score here. We're 10 minutes away from halftime with Greg and Terry. And Matt Millen is also in the studio today. Phoenix leading 6-3. Eagles have a first down and 10 at the 42. Here's O'Brien. Wide open. James Lofton dropped the ball. That was catchable at the 45.
And the timing just isn't there between Lofton and O'Brien. We got a bit of a fight breaking out.
Mike Shadd is one of them involved.
And Mike Bankston's another one. There's some bad blood between these two ball clubs because of what happened at the first game of the year when Eric Swan was accused, and rightly so, of diving at the back of Brian Baldinger's legs after a long reception. And both the Eagles and Swan talked about it in the papers this week. Baldinger even went so far as to say, if given the opportunities, I will take a shot at him. Swan, of course, denied all intention of cheap shotness.
2nd down and 10. Back split behind O'Brien. Fumble. Nope. Flag is down. I think the clock may have wound down on Philadelphia.
Or
Jets leading
start, yeah.
Miami 10-0.
The entire offensive line moved. Number 79 did not snap a ball. False start. 5 yards.
No, 79 didn't snap it, nor should he have.
No, we've got a scoop if Mike Shadd was the center there. David Alexander, number 72, is our center, and Shadd is the left guard, but somebody's going to jump here. It looked like Alexander forgot what the snap count was. Everybody else was moving except number 72.
That makes it a 2nd down and 15. O'Brien gets rid of it deep, and a diving catch made by Bavaro. And that might be enough for a first down. That was a dandy pass from O'Brien to Bavaro, 16 yards.
Veteran quarterback that he is, O'Brien knows that to be effective throwing the ball, you got to step up in the pocket. And what it does, it allows you the vision to see the crossing routes. And Bavaro was open by just a little bit, but enough to get the ball into him.
A former Jet throwing to a former Giant here in Phoenix for Philadelphia.
You better get used to it, because that's the shape of things that we're going to see in the NFL in the years to come.
Backs in the eye. O'Brien intercepted. Picked off by Aeneas Williams, and he's got some blockers in front. He had 2 touchdowns a week ago, and he gets a huge return with the intercepted pass of 42 yards.
We talk about a momentum builder for the Cardinals, and they need it. O'Brien's trying to get the ball down the field to Bavaro and overshoots him. and a great job of Williams coming off his responsibility to the middle of the field and taking the interception. And look at how the rest of the Cardinals come to his aid, get in front of him and throw blocks. Takes him all the way inside the 35-yard line.
Last week, 2 touchdowns, one on an interception, one on a fumble recovery. It's first down and 10, backs in the eye. Ball at the 34. Play action, Chandler goes deep down the middle into triple coverage for Gary Clark, incomplete. Looked like he trapped the ball, that's the call. Rich Miano was defending.
Good acting job by Gary Clark as this ball comes in low from Chris Chandler. So low it bounces one time into his hands. But you know Clark is not going to admit that or concede that. He's got a chance of making a big catch.
Chandler now 5 of 10 for 67 yards. It'll be 2nd and 10. 8:37 to go, second quarter. And Phoenix up by 3. Larry centers. Rips up the middle. And Phoenix, which does not run the ball nearly as well as the Dallas Cowboys, is running well against this Philadelphia defense.
Yeah, Centers comes into the game with only 1 rush in the previous 8 games. Here he's got 2 or 3 already today. Shows you his value to this football team. Primarily a third down back, but has the skills to play in any situation.
Now on third down, Garth Jacks comes into the offensive lineup. They ran this formation last week. He'll be the lead blocker in the fullback spot. Play action. Chandler in the face of a blitz. Incomplete. Britt Hager hit Chandler as he let it go. And it was just enough to alter the path of the pass.
Yeah, I don't know what hurts more, the hit from Hager, the fact that Ware doesn't make this catch. There's a time in this game when you got to sell out completely, dive, whatever it takes to make a catch, and Ware doesn't do it. He reaches up, the ball goes right off the end of his fingertips. But Bugle says, what do I got to lose? I'm going to go for it on 4th down. Big hit by Hager, but a disappointing effort by Derek Ware.
When you're 2 and 6 playing at home and living under an ultimatum, you go for it on 4th and 1. Got it, Ron Moore.
Let me add another factor to that equation. When you're 2 and 6, you're playing at home, you got nothing to lose, you got an ultimatum, and you're playing the Eagles, who can't seem to stop the run right up the middle. All those factors add up to go for it on 4th down.
Well, it's not to take sides in this dispute in Phoenix, but it is inevitable that you find guys you admire and like when you do what we do for a living, and Joe Bugle is one of them. And it's been a very difficult year for him and his staff and the players here, living under the threat of this win or else. Wow. Ron Moore to the 11. 9 yards on that play.
And Rick Cunningham and Mike Flores squared off at about the 10-yard line. Again, it's a running play right up the gut. Watch roll 82, lead Ron Moore. The Eagles are blitzing again. Great block there by Cunningham on Britt Hager. Just bent him over backwards.
That was Ed Cunningham on Hager. And it's a first down, 1st and 10. Ware starts in motion. Timeout, Phoenix. Clock is stopped with 6:40 remaining first half. Phoenix up by 3 and threatening. It was a 42-yard interception return by Aeneas Williams, number 35, that puts Phoenix in a position to score. Last week, Dan, he really had a big day.
Well, this was a 46-yard interception return for a touchdown, his 2nd of the day. And because of the interception that he just got against O'Brien, Phoenix has had 19 of the last 20 plays have been in Philadelphia territory.
They've got a first down and 10 just outside the 10. They'll run it. Ron Moore, a couple of yards to the 9. Gerald Nichols, Andy Harmon made the stop with Britt Hager's help.
You go back to that timeout that Chandler had to call, and it seems to have taken a lot of the momentum away from his ball club. It's taken the crowd out of the game. There's no excitement here. I mean, heck, the Cardinals are on the 9-yard line. It's a pretty good deal.
Sun is shining and birds are singing.
Yeah.
Second down and 9. Chandler looking left all the way, in trouble. Still loose. Now lets it go left side, and it is caught. Touchdown. Welcome back, Gary Clark. That's his first touchdown catch as a Cardinal.
He did it 58 times for the Redskins, but he's really going to celebrate his very first one for Phoenix. One of the key free agent acquisitions. Really bailed his quarterback out on that one.
Davis's extra point is up and good.
It's the Eagles' inability to bring down Chris Chandler. There's Harmon missing. And then Chandler has all the time in the world to see Gary Clark work himself free deep in the back of the end zone all the way across the field for 6.
And for the second time in as many weeks, Phoenix leads by 10. 5:45 remaining first half. Phoenix up 13-3 over Philadelphia after the touchdown catch by Gary Clark from Chris Chandler. Here's Greg Davis with the kickoff by Sikahema at the 10. And he gets no farther than the 19. Gary Clark, free agent acquisition by the Cardinals. He talked about the frustration.
It's very frustrating. I've probably missed 2 games in my career until this season, and it's hard because the Cardinals aren't winning football games right now, and I'm not helping them win football games by being on the sidelines. But I'm excited about coming back this week against Philadelphia, and I'm looking forward to the game. I'm only about 70%, but like my dad told me, 70% of mine is 100% of someone else's, so I'll take that.
Got the touchdown catch that has put Phoenix up by 10. First down 10, Eagles now at the 18-yard line.
Now you look at that catch by Gary Clark, and you got to wonder, his dad's right. I mean, that was if he's only 70%, that was a 110% catch, as he had to really lay out. Very characteristic of Gary Clark, diving for a touchdown reception.
And it's a second down right now for Philadelphia. They trail by 10. Second down and 6. Herschel Walker out of the backfield wide to the right. That one is almost picked off by Aeneas Williams.
And he would have scored on that one, no question. If that ball isn't sailing out of bounds, this one's a touchdown for Phoenix. Watch O'Brien come out, stare down the receiver to the outside. Williams sees that and breaks in front of Herschel Walker. And has got to be a little disappointed that wasn't a better thrown ball, or he would have had a touchdown.
Brings up a 3rd and 6. Jets still lead Miami by 10. And the Raiders over Chicago by 10. Here comes the rush. O'Brien is caught. Freddie Joe Nunn.
Boy, and the interception by Aeneas Williams earlier in the game has really turned things around for the Cardinals. You just see the bounce in their step Number 50 is Freddie Joe Nunn, right side of the screen, and nobody ever even touched him. Antone Davis was faked out on the play.
Eric Blunt waits for the punt from Jeff Feagles. It's a dandy. He has it at the 31 and gets the counterpunch back to the 39-yard line. 54 yards on the punt, 9 on the return, and a flag down way back at the 14-yard line. It's against the Eagles, so we may re-kick this one.
Absolutely. This one will cost Philadelphia a beautiful 54-yard punt.
It's ineligible downfield. 5 yards. Replay, 4th down.
This will take the ball back about the 11-yard line. And don't be surprised if Phoenix doesn't come after this one.
Richie Kotite was saying last night, yes, it's been a tough time during this 3-game stretch, but he thought his guys had been playing hard in every game. He also thought, however, they would not be susceptible to the run today, and defensively they have given up a lot of yardage again on the ground.
You got to worry about the psyche of the Eagles. I mean, they've had to overcome so many things, not just this year, but injuries the last couple of years. You got to wonder just how long they can hang on mentally.
Eagles from the end zone. This one not as good. It's a good one though. Well, look at there. Eric Blunt dropped at the 32-yard line. Vaughn Hebron, number 45, was down, and Blunt misplayed that badly. 55-yard punt for Jeff Feagles this time. 13-3 Phoenix. Verne Lundquist and Dan Fouts, as they used to say in radio, high atop Sun Devil Stadium. I mean, really high atop. You got to be up here with a landing gear.
Yeah, see, that's my wave right there. And, I've never been in a blimp before. As close as I'll probably ever get, too.
Phoenix, well, you're standing next to one. First down and 10. I'll say that before anybody else does. 1st and 10. Cardinals up 13-3. And the Cardinals, Larry centers again open across the middle, and a misfire on the pass. Might have seen Ken O'Brien leaving the field after the last 3rd down play, holding his index finger. It's bruised, but he will be back.
You also see that little mark up there on his wings there. That's red paint, and that red paint came from the little Cardinal insignia on the Phoenix helmets. It's not a good sign to get those little paint marks on your old hat.
No. 2nd and 10. Looks like the Eagles might have been offside. Eric Allen goes for the interception. The catch is made by Larry Centers. That's only a 3-yard gain, so this, if it is Philadelphia offside, will be accepted by Phoenix.
Looked like Gerald Nichols was in the gap and in the backfield long before the ball was hiked.
Left defensive tackle is offsides. 5 yards. Repeat, 2nd down.
See, Jerry misidentified the Eagles 79-72 thing before, so he's not even going to try numbers anymore. He just said left defensive tackle there. Well, that's the guy right there, number 74.
We'll nail him.
You betcha.
We got him. Gerald Nichols played for the Jets when Richie Kotite was there, and Bud Carson, and had been released, was a free agent, played in a golf tournament last summer with Kotite, said I'd like a chance to come back and play. And here he is. 2nd down, they try the middle and get only to the 40. It'll be 3rd and about 4.
I think the Cardinal play calling the last couple of plays has been kind of conservative and not really taking advantage of the momentum and the good feeling they have about themselves. They've got a 10-point lead. Time is running down at the end of the first half here, and they're just really not attacking Philadelphia when they've got them down and they're against the ropes. Good opportunity here to go up top and try to get another score before halftime.
Let's see what they do now on 3rd and 4. 13-3. They had a 17-7 lead over New Orleans last week and lost the ball game. Here's Chandler, Comes back and finds a receiver at the 50. Gary Clark makes the grab for a first down at midfield, a pickup of 10. Offensive coordinator of the Phoenix Cardinals, a former quarterback in the league, Jerry Rome.
Right here, and this is Ted Plum, former Eagle assistant coach.
Former Eagle offensive coordinator, as a matter of fact, when Buddy Ryan was the head coach.
It's like he's about ready to bail out of the old press box.
Got his parachute.
Hope not.
1st and 10. Blitz. Chandler in trouble. Throws it away. Second down.
Cardinals have 2 timeouts remaining, and they'll get another stoppage of the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Second down and 10. Now substitutions defensively for the Philadelphia Eagles. Britt Hager will go out. See Andre Waters standing on the sideline. Second down and 10. Millard lines up at left defensive tackle. 3 down linemen now for Philadelphia. Larry centers. It's a foot race. Mark McMillan chases him and knocks him out of bounds. But that's a gain of 33 more yards.
Well, they're going to run to the left side against Clyde Simmons here, number 96. Good call by Chandler and Jerry Rome. It's the counter gap or counter tray. And on the outside, it's Gary Clark that opened it up for Larry Centers.
That's a career long rush for Larry Centers of 33. We're at the 2-minute warning.
And the run, and so far today they've given up 101 yards rushing to Phoenix, who only got 48 the first time they played back in week 1.
First down and 10. Keep it on the ground. Ron Moore comes over right tackle and moves down to the 12-yard line. In the last 2.5 games now, including this one, Philadelphia has given up 574 yards on the ground, including 237 to a guy named Smith last week.
And Bud Carson told us yesterday that they're just starting to really realize how important all those big defensive linemen were that they had the last couple of years.
2nd and 5. Ron Moore is stuffed on this play.
And what happens to the Eagles now is that offensive linemen aren't concerned so much with blocking defensive linemen. When they have combination blocks, the linemen come off right away onto the linebackers and keep guys like Joyner and Hager and Byron Evans and William Thomas from making a lot of tackles. Before, when you had Pitts and Golick and of course Reggie White and Jerome Brown, offensive linemen had to stay with their double teams. And today, when you look at the size problem that the Eagles seem to face each week, well, this is the problem they have this week going against a pretty big offensive line at Phoenix.
Time was called by the Cardinals. There's Bud Carson. 18 years an assistant before he got a chance to become a head coach. That was in Cleveland. He was the architect of the famed steel curtain defense back in Pittsburgh in the early 70s.
Been in 5 Super Bowls, Verne, won 4 of them. The one he didn't win was when he was with the L.A. Rams going against that great Pittsburgh Steeler ball club.
3rd down and 4. Greg Terry and Matt Millen with scores and highlights, and they'll also recap Tom Landry entering the Ring of Honor back at Texas Stadium earlier today as the Cowboys defeated the New York Giants. 3rd and 4, 1:17 to go before half. Blitz again. Chandler hit as he lets it go. Seth Joyner, number 59, with the contact.
You know, they have that statistic that they call it a hurry for a defensive man on the quarterback. Watch Seth Joyner here. This is my definition of a quarterback hurry. You come in and drill him just as he's throwing the ball, and you cause an incompletion. A moment sooner, it would have been a sack, but that was a hurry.
And that'll bring on Greg Davis for the 3rd time in the first quarter of play. This one from 29 yards away. Somebody's getting a little vocal on the sideline down there. Either that or a sausage seller has really gotten loud outside. 16-3. Phoenix pads the lead with 69 seconds to go first half. Has it at the 11. And is taken down at the 27-yard line. Return of 17. Doubleheader for you next week. Washington will be at the Giants, Green Bay at New Orleans, and the 49ers at Tampa Bay in the first half. In the second half, Phoenix moves over to Texas Stadium to take on the Cowboys. Dan and I will be at Mile High Stadium for Minnesota visiting the Denver Broncos. And Atlanta goes out west to take on the Los Angeles Rams. It all begins with the NFL today, and that's next Sunday on CBS.
Starting to head down the home stretch here, the halfway point of the season. We're starting to talk about playoffs now.
We're getting rid of all the byes.
Thank goodness. Bye, bye, bye.
Here's O'Brien back. Lobs it out for the tight end, Maurice Johnson. And he makes the grab and moves it out to the 38-yard line, a gain of 9 yards.
Eagles only have 1 timeout to work with. Remember, they had to use 2 on defense in the first quarter.
O'Brien right side. Bavaro with the catch, and Philadelphia will use its final timeout. I think. Nope.
Well, they're just not moving fast enough, though. Maybe the heat's getting to them or something, but they got to have a sense of urgency here. Look at all the time going off the clock.
There's a pass deep and incomplete, and that'll stop the clock. It's a very comfortable 76 degrees, we might add. We'll do it. A little Chamber of Commerce pop for him.
Yeah, the heat's just right for O'Brien, but what about this shot he takes? Remember, he's got a bruised index finger on his right hand. Mike Jones comes and gives him a new bruise in his back. Looked like it knocked the wind out of Ken for a moment.
That'll be 2nd down and 10. Said he took a hit at home last week that knocked him unconscious for a moment when his head, the back of his head, hit that artificial surface at Veterans Stadium. Here's Bavaro. And that's a first down at the 38-yard line with 10 seconds remaining. Flag is down in the offensive backfield. Holding Philadelphia.
Holding number 78 of the offense. 10 yards. Repeat, 2nd down.
Antone Davis gets the call.
And O'Brien's going to get another shot. He's maybe still feeling the effects of that hit by Mike Jones in the back after this pass. Watch him release it here and then cover up. And there's Freddie Joe Nunn complaining and pleading his case and getting the flag.
After the penalty, 2nd down and 20 with 10 seconds to go. Walker for about 13.
That penalty really took the Eagles out of any chance at all of getting a long field goal from Matt Barr. Now they have 1 chance, and that's just to throw the Hail Mary deep down into the end zone. If they don't get that penalty, Bavaro gives them a first down. They still about 14 seconds or so to go in the first half. They have 1 play to get it down inside of Barr's field goal range. He's got a 48-yarder already this year against the Giants, but with 3 seconds to go, Kotite doesn't have a lot of choices here.
So we'll see the alley-oop, I'm sure, on the final play of the first half, which comes from the 47-yard line. Phoenix trying to win against the Eagles in this stadium for the first time since they moved here in 1988. The last home win for the Cardinals came in '86 when they were still in St. Louis, in a game against Philadelphia, that is.
Now O'Brien's going to be throwing this Hail Mary to Williams, who's got a bad leg, and Victor Bailey, who's got a sore hamstring, and a 37-year-old tight end or wide receiver.
And it is incomplete. Victor Bailey is claiming he made the catch. But the official who was right there said no.
Bailey's number 82, kind of just trailing the play. They all seem to just give up on it. Then all of a sudden they look up, hey, the ball's coming. Bailey was inbounds, but he never quite made the catch. Watch the ball come back to him off the rebound from Massey. Ball must have hit the ground as he rolled over.
Either that or they ruled that he was not inbounds when he made the catch. At any rate, there is no instant replay used to determine outcomes of plays like that. So we have reached halftime with Phoenix leading 16-3.
Underneath that ball in the end zone.
Well, he was very definitive, the official was, in coming over and pounding the ground when he said it was no catch. Definitive, though, apparently in error. And now Matt Barr will kick off for the Eagles. It's 16-3. Phoenix. Eric Blunt takes it back to the 23-yard line. Chris Chandler, first start of the season, only the third game in which he has played. He came on in relief of Berline in game 1 between these two, and then again last week. And at halftime.
This is an amazing statistic. That means that 27 of Phoenix's plays were in Philadelphia territory, and that's why we have this 13-point lead. They also add that turnover that Aeneas Williams brought back and set up the Cardinals deep in Eagle territory as well.
Hand off to Ron Moore over the left tackle spot. He's out to the 27-yard line.
This is really unusual for Phoenix. You see the results are all good results of their first four possessions, and but when you're starting on your own side of the field, or when you're in Philadelphia's territory, as they were that one time they got the touchdown, that makes the big difference.
2nd down and 6. Moore again to the 30-yard line. Mike Flores makes the tackle.
Take a look at where Phoenix has had success running the ball today. On the left side, they've done just average. That's about 3 yards a carry, but it's been right up the middle where they've gotten most of the yardage. And that last run was the first time they tried the right side of the Eagle defense.
3rd and 2. 3rd and 3 officially. 16-3 Phoenix. Opening moment, second half. Chandler in trouble. He is caught and dropped and fumbles the ball. And it'll be Philadelphia football. Keith Millard comes up with it.
And Clyde Simmons got the sack and the fumble, and Millard with the recovery. That's 3 sacks on the year for Clyde Simmons. And the one thing Chandler said that he can't afford to do is get sacked by Philadelphia, but he's taken a long time to get rid of this one. Crowd is booing. They think that perhaps Chandler was down. The ball was down and it came loose. And isn't there a rule that says the ground cannot cause a fumble?
I've heard that somewhere.
Well, the ground just caused a fumble.
That's 2 controversial plays that in previous years might have been debated back and forth. On 1st down, the run is good for 2.
This one benefits the Eagles because this is Chandler going down. The ball is down, but you know his knee's not down.
Right.
So it appears that in this case the ground can cause the fumble when in fact the ball is the first thing that hits the ground. You got that, Verne?
I want to write a book about it.
See, Chandler's trying to talk to you too.
2nd and 9. Walker the deep back. Blitz coming. O'Brien into the right flat. Aeneas Williams makes the tackle on Calvin Williams. That's his first catch of the day.
O'Brien has been dinged up a little bit today. You see the pressure. 2 sacks, 2 scrambles. That ball batted down a couple of times. He's been knocked down a couple of times, and he's thrown that 1 interception to Aeneas Williams.
3rd and 5 for Ken O'Brien and the Philadelphia Eagles. Double tight end set. Bavaro to the right, Johnson to the left. Lofton in motion. Across the middle, close to the first down at the 15-yard line. This one might call for a measurement.
Ball is dead on the 15-yard line. The question is, are the chains dead on the 15-yard line?
Apparently so. They've ordered a movement of same.
This guy moving the down markers is as lethargic as the Eagles appeared.
He's not in any hurry.
There's no 40-second clock for him.
On first down, Herschel Walker breaks it inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 11-10 remaining 3rd quarter. Well, let's see. Got some friends down there.
Kotite told me yesterday that he thinks that Herschel's running as well as he ever has in his career because he's not dancing. He sees this hole on the left side behind Bavaro and Mike Shad, and he just exploded up through there. Picked up a nice gain.
Walker now 6 carries for 35 yards. He's still looking for his first 100-yard day of the season. His top has been 89. Walker goes left and runs into traffic. And a pretty stout defensive unit from the Phoenix Cardinals. Stout being Eric Hill in this case, number 58.
Big Mo Johnson is number 87. Watch the job he does on this play. He's working against the big guy there. That's Keith Rucker with the double team from Broderick Thompson. But the one thing, just keep pushing and that pile may go somewhere. Unfortunately for Johnson, it was going to the sidelines and not the goal line.
3rd and 3. O'Brien throws it away. Field goal unit comes on, intended for Lofton. So the Eagles, needing 7, will settle for 3, as Matt Barr will attempt a field goal with Jeff Fiegels holding. This will be a 2nd field goal attempt from 27 yards out. It's no good. Didn't see it tipped. I think he just hooked it left. Matt Barr misfires from 27. It's still 16-3. Giants in the battle for the NFC Eastern Division lead. Dallas now has a 1-game edge over New York. Philadelphia with a 4-3 record trying to halt a 3-game losing streak, but they trail the Phoenix Cardinals. There's Wes Hopkins, who left the game in the first quarter for Philadelphia with a pulled muscle, now in street clothes. William Frizzell has taken his spot. 1st and 10 Phoenix after the missed field goal. Flag is down. Looked like Clyde Simmons may have come across the neutral zone. Was he drawn across? Andy Harmon claiming that he got the football, and somebody's a little upset about something.
Offsides, number 95 of the defense.
That's
5
probably what
yards.
he's upset about.
Repeat
That
first
sounds
down.
a lot like Mike Flores. in that neutral zone, trying to get a jump, anticipating the count of Chris Chandler, but we've seen a lot of penalties against the Eagles today, way too many.
Phoenix going with a long count for much of the day. Here's Bud Carson. 7 penalties.
A lot of that long count and hard count by Chandler is to try to draw these defensive linemen off the offsides, and Millard, of course, is known for jumping offsides. Looks like that disease is being carried by a couple of the other guys up front.
Andre Waters enters the game. Chandler's hit by William Thomas as he gets rid of it for Larry Centers. Thomas coming on the blitz, got there, but and there is Andre Waters, who has lost a portion of his left big toe because of infection.
William Thomas is being held on this play, Verne. He really anticipated the count very well. Here he is on the outside. Watch Louise Sharp just reach out and grab him from behind. Slows him down just long enough. The official's out of position. Can't see the grab. Look at Sharp turn around and see if the other official could see it. That's a veteran play by Louise Sharp.
2nd down and 4. 8:49 to go, third quarter. 16-3. Phoenix on top. Blitz. And they run it right by the blitzing linebacker, Seth Joyner. And Andre Waters makes the tackle, a gain of 6 yards.
Talked to Andre about that toe injury and the situation with it. He said the important thing is that he still has the ligament to the big toe attached, and that allows him to maintain his balance. If that ligament had been removed or detached, then he'd have a lot of problems keeping his balance on that left foot.
That was an infection that got into the big toe, and it was really serious. First down, obviously. First down and 10. Ron Moore comes left, breaks the tackle, moves it out to the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 12. Britt Hager finally stopped it.
Key block is by number 37, Larry Centers on 51, William Thomas. It's just a bit of a brush block. It causes Thomas to change his path, and that allows Moore to get up the field and pick up another first down. A lot of misdirection by the Cardinals, starting one way, then coming back the other way. Nice gain by Ron Moore.
17 carries for 73 yards now. And a first down at the 45-yard line. 7:13 remaining in the third quarter of play. Delay of game, Phoenix.
40-second clock has run out. Delay of game on the offense. 5 yards. It's still first down.
Chandler's struggling a little bit. You know, they got the 13-point lead and everything, but he's only hit 2 of his last 8 passes, so that's not really a hot quarterback. Fortunately, though, for the Cardinals, they can cover it up by running the ball effectively against the Eagles.
Chandler only 7 of 17 last week. He is dating the daughter of John Brody, the former great 49 quarterback, and spent some time with the Brody family getting some counsel last Monday and Tuesday. Here's Ron Moore up the middle. Chris said he and Diane Brody flew up to the Brody home in Palm Springs and had dinner with John and his wife Monday night, and John said, you got to loosen up.
Yeah, so there's enough pressure in this game without worrying about each week and whether it's a do or die situation. John played 17 years in the NFL. This is Chris's 6th year. John says, hey, you got 10 more years to enjoy this game. Loosen up, have some fun. And if somebody that played the quarterback should know about having fun, that's John Brody.
2nd down and 12. Chandler back across the middle, big catch, and Centers slips and falls, or he might have had a bunch more. That's a gain of 18.
He's having a heck of a battle with William Thomas. Remember the pass earlier in the game when Chandler threw it too hard for Centers and it looked like he was going to go all the way? This one is the exact same route. There's Thomas diving and missing the tackle, but it was a better thrown ball by Chris Chandler, and another first down for Phoenix.
Gain of 18 yards on the Chandler-Centers connection, and with 5:30 remaining third quarter, a first down at the 39-yard line. William Frizzell injured and taken to the locker. sweep right. That one was really ugly. Mike Flores was there to stymie the play, and a flag is also down. William
Defense,
Frizzell
number
becomes the
50.
second defensive back for the Eagles to lead the field.
Repeat first down.
And another penalty against Philadelphia. It's just incredible that there's also another injury to a member of Bud Carson's defense. They're running out of bodies.
I've got Ben Smith and Eric Allen, Rich Miano in there right now. There's Andre Waters, who's in. Waters, Miano, Smith, and Allen right now. Ron Moore for a couple. Andy Harmon makes the tackle.
And it's been the center of the Eagle defense that's had all these injuries and the problems. And now another safety goes down. Hopkins in the first half. Frizzell here in the second half. Of course, Byron Evans broke his arm last week. And up front, they're playing with some undersized men. And the only really healthy guys are the corners, Eric Allen and Ben Smith.
2nd and 2. Reverse. Ricky Prohl. Second time they've run it today, and that is good for a gain of just 1. It'll be 3rd and 1.
That was a good job of Prohl recognizing he was going to be tackled for a big loss there, and knowing there was just 2nd down and about 2. Just forget about the long gain, get what you can, and keep your team in a positive situation as far as the down and distance is concerned.
3.5 remaining third quarter. 3rd and 1 from the 30. And Phoenix up 16-3.
And Phoenix had 13 men in the huddle, which is a rules violation.
3rd and 1. Didn't get it. Now what does Joe Bugle do on 4th and 1 in a 13-point lead?
That's what he's wondering himself right now. What do I do now?
It would be a 47-yard field goal for Greg Davis. He's going to go for it.
Go for the field goal as Davis comes out with Berline. What this does, if it's good, it increases the lead to where more than 2 touchdowns can beat you. It would make the lead 16 points instead of what it is now at 13. So this is a smart move by Bugle.
This will be a 47-yard field goal. Greg Davis hit one from 58 in pregame warmups going toward this end. That's right down the pike. It hooks at the last minute, and it hit the left upright and bounces wide left. Boy, that thing just started curving. It looked like it was going to be perfect.
That's like one of your golf swings, Verne. Too much right hand, or is it too much right foot? Watch at the last minute. Here comes the break right off the table here and just kisses the upright.
So the Eagles get the ball back. They trail by 13.
The fake possibility of a fake of a field goal or a run on the field goal. The Eagles only had 10 men on the field.
And on 1st down, here's O'Brien throwing it away left side.
Because it's a long field goal, the Eagles were worried of a fake by the Cardinals. So if you count the men, they leave their defense on the field. There are only 10 defenders on the field, so you have all these injuries, and it causes confusion in the special teams or even in your base defense when they're trying to block a field goal.
Yeah, there was no one deep there, and it turned out that they got away with it because the field goal was missed. 2nd down now. The Eagles have had offensive problems of a serious nature in the last 3 games, and they continue today. O'Brien almost picked off. Lorenzo Lynch got a hand on it.
Yeah, the Eagles started so impressively today. They got the ball to Lofton on that first drive. They got the ball to Heath Sherman. Herschel Walker was involved catching and receiving. But since that first drive, when they got 3 points, only 146 yards on 35 plays this afternoon.
Matter of fact, Lofton caught that one pass and hasn't been heard from since. O'Brien with good protection this time. Fires it deep, incomplete. Intended for Bavaro. It'll be 4th down.
And a real quick 3-and-out for the Eagles. The offensive line does a great job here. But remember, the Cardinals are playing a nickel defense, something they do on every down. O'Brien just can't find anybody. Trying to find Bavaro in the middle, but it's knocked away.
Jeff Feagles, Eric Blunt. And it goes by Blunt and will come to rest inside the 20 near the 17-yard line. 53-yard punt for Jeff Feagles. Cardinals get it back with 2:19 to go, 3rd quarter. 2:19 remaining, 3rd quarter. Cardinals have it back at their own 17. They lead at 16-3, trying to defeat someone other than the Redskins for the first time this year and go to 3-6 on the season. Chris Chandler, 9 of 18 for 106 yards. And the Cardinals have run for 140 yards so far. Blitz is coming. Play action. Chandler incomplete for Larry Centers.
You know, with Greg Davis missing that 47-yard field goal, the Eagles are still in this because they're only down by 13 points. That's 2 touchdowns. They have the Cardinals backed up to their own 17-yard line. And remember, this Eagle defense has a real rich history of defensively creating turnovers and turning them into points. I would say that that's exactly what Bud Carson needs right now.
Yeah, the spark hasn't been there offensively, so times like that you say, okay, you other guys get it done. Andy Harmon lines up over the nose, over the center. And here's Larry Centers breaking it and still on his feet to the 25-yard line. Mark McMillan and Andre Waters with the tackle.
Seth Joyner's going to get blocked here by Walter Reeves here as he comes all the way down from his tight end position and traps on Joyner. What an effort by Larry Centers, refusing to go down. You know, when you don't see a player, as the Eagles haven't seen much of Larry Centers, you just don't know about him. I'm sure they never expected that type of effort from him.
Well, 1 carry, Dan, as you said before today for the season. 5 for 53 in this ball game. On 3rd and 2, Chandler back. He gets hit, but gets rid of the ball, and it's Larry Centers to the 40-yard line, 1st down.
Great job of Chris Chandler waiting to the last moment. Joyner's coming right at him from the right side. He knows he's going to get hit. Delivers the ball to Centers, and then it's another super effort by number 37. As Andre Waters can't bring him down, or can Britt Hager.
Larry Centers with 53 yards on the ground and 46 yards with 4 catches, 47 officially. Ron Moore for a couple to the 42. And we have reached the final 30 seconds of quarter number 3.
And the Cardinals can thank Larry Centers from getting them out of that hole. Backed up at their own 17-yard line. Now they're out almost to midfield.
Don't forget, though, it was a week ago that Phoenix went into the final quarter leading Washington, and they got 0 yards on offense in the last 15 minutes. The big Zippola. That's the end of the 3rd quarter with our score. The Cardinals 16, the Philadelphia Eagles 3. Back with quarter number 4 in a moment. Back for the final 15 at Sun Devil Stadium in Tempe, Arizona. where the temperature today is a rather comfortable 76 degrees. And the sights are equally pleasant.
Amen.
First down Phoenix, second down Phoenix. My mind wandered there for a moment. How did that happen?
Too much sun, Verne.
That's it. You come home from Norway saying Yompen Yemeni, and they send you to Phoenix. Second down. And Ron Moore is out near the 49-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 1.
One thing that Phoenix doing a good job of is picking up Britt Hager on the blitz. Again, it looks like Butch Roll having a heck of a day from that H-back position. He and Hager getting to know each other quite well.
And on 3rd down, Garth Jacks comes back in to lead the play from a fullback spot, the linebacker. 3rd and 1. Moore breaks a tackle. Ben Smith brings him down. $20 on that play.
Yeah, broke the tackle of a pretty good tackler too. Not Ben Smith, but Eric Allen, the other cornerback. Butch Roll is at the line of scrimmage on the left side. He turns out on William Thomas. There's the nice job of lowering the shoulder by Moore. Breaks the tackle of Allen and goes 20 yards.
Ron Moore with 108 yards. That's the longest rush for Ron Moore this season. 20 yards. It's going well. Go back to it. They try and run it again.
The thing that's so frustrating for the Philadelphia defenders like Clyde Simmons and Seth Joyner, they're not used to getting beat physically. And that's what's happening to them because of the different injuries and free agency. They're getting beat up front. And that's an unbelievable statistic when you think about what Philadelphia has done over the years in controlling the time of possession. 16-play difference today for Phoenix. And
nearly 12 minutes. That is extraordinary. 2nd down and 9. 12:50 to go in the ball game. Britt Hager makes yet another tackle. He's getting close to double-digit numbers in this game. The 5th-year man from Odessa, Texas, who played collegiately at the University of.
He may be too tired to even say hi to his dad, Harley.
Right. 12 tackles today. He's beyond. He's into double digits. It's 3rd and 8. Byron Evans, who was en route to what we think was going to be a Pro Bowl season before he suffered the broken arm last year. Still may get it, but he's going to be out for a while. 3rd and 8. And they break another tackle. Mike Reed, number 42, who hasn't played that much, makes the tackle on Eric Blunt, number 25.
And it's a trap play. Watch Lance Smith here come by and trap on tiny little William Thomas. Goes about 215 pounds. That's about a 70-pound difference as the Cardinals come up just short. And Greg Davis will try to give the Cardinals a 16-point lead here.
About a yard short of the first down, and Joe Bugle has opted to give Greg Davis another shot at the field goal. Berline will hold, and this will come from 39 yards out. Davis is 3 of 4. Missed it.
Yes, he did. He looked like a minute ago he's going to fade back in. He's got the power draw working on a little fade there.
My, the Scandinavian spoke a little prematurely that time, did he not? Yes, he did. First down and 10. Philadelphia's Herschel Walker out near the 23-yard line, tackled by Eric Hill. Only 3 games late this afternoon. And the Jets are leading Miami by 10 in the 4th quarter. Raiders continue to lead Chicago. Miami is at Philadelphia next week. Eagles back home. Here's O'Brien coming left, and that one's incomplete for Lofton at the 35. They were really hopeful of two things: winning here in Phoenix today, they being Philadelphia. They wanted to win here to stop the losing streak, and they also were hoping that Don Shula and Miami would win that record-breaking victory today, because next week it's going to be Shula and Miami coming in with a lot of former Eagles.
It's going to be a media circus there in Philadelphia. Shula's going to come in with some help from Golick and Jackson and Byers. A lot of ill feeling.
And unless things change, going up against an Eagle team that is on a 4-game losing streak. Right side, incomplete.
Well, and Calvin Williams never saw the ball. The ball came right out of the sun. It was not that poorly thrown by O'Brien, but when Williams turned around, he was looking dead into that sun. Mike Shadd's doing his best, number 79. He's going to pick up Ken Harvey here, number 56. Comes over and keeps him off his quarterback.
Here's Jeff Feagles to punt. Fair catch called by Eric Blunt, who makes the grab at the 35-yard line. And a battle has broken out down at the 37-yard line. It was a one-on-one for a moment.
Yeah, Derek Oden, number 58, is the Eagle in that one-on-one. It looked like David Braxton, number 54, is down at the bottom of the pile, right next to the hanky. Looks like we're going to have to get a mandatory 8 count here for Braxton.
At least a parachutist is not coming in. Braxton hurt. And now we wait for the flag.
Personal foul, number 54 of the white, 15 yards. It will be a first down.
Well, he got the worst of the fight and the worst of the call there. David Braxton gets nailed for the personal foul.
So that'll be a post-possession foul, and it'll push Phoenix back to the 20-yard line from the 35. And they mark it back to the 20. We'll return to Phoenix after this message from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS. Remaining in the ball game, David Braxton on the bench now, having been caught with that personal foul. And it's first down and 10, Phoenix. The Cardinals have 303 yards of offense so far.
But what have they done lately? Their last couple of drives, they've had a fumble and 2 missed field goals after scoring on their first 4 drives of the first half. So it's the same thing that's happened to them. Can they finish off an opponent they have a lead on?
William Frizzell, Andy Harmon back in the lineup defensively for Philadelphia. And here's the attempt to test the left side, and they get nothing on the ground. 16-3. It was 13-3 at the half. 10:23 remaining in the ball game.
Now the risk that Philadelphia faces now, because they have to create some type of turnovers, they will do some more blitzing. And when you blitz, you have the chance that the opponent will break a run, as Emmitt Smith did last week for that 62-yarder that broke the backs of the Eagles.
Eagles had such a well-conceived game plan last week, and it worked so well for them till late in the game, and then gambled on the blitz, and Smith broke it loose. Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, that was gain of 20. And it puts Phoenix over the 200-yard mark in ground yardage.
And Butch Roll's really having a heck of a day blocking. Right here, he's going to come in here and pick off Seth Joyner. It's a delayed draw, another key block. buy roll on a Philadelphia linebacker, and another big run for Ron Moore.
And to add to the woes of the Eagles, Britt Hager is being helped off the field, the middle linebacker. Well, 271 yards given up on the ground last week to the Dallas Cowboys, and 208 on the ground today for the Phoenix Cardinals. And here is Derek Oden, number 58, in the middle for Philadelphia. Ron Wolf comes left to the 48-yard line. Ron Moore, rather, beg your pardon. And Seth Joyner makes the tackle.
You know, Derek Oden goes to the middle now for Philadelphia. That leaves him with Lewis Cooper as the only reserve linebacker, and Oden is a 6th-round draft choice out of Alabama. And who would have thought that at this point of the season, halfway through the season, that Oden would be the Eagles' middle linebacker.
2nd down and 3. 8:20 to go in the ball game. Moore to the 41. 11 more for Ron Moore. He's got 149 yards.
You see, they came into the league as the 16th rated rushing team in the NFL, and total offense they were 23rd in the league. But a lot of teams are going to get healthy running the ball against this Eagle defense.
This is an offensive line that gave up 6 sacks last week, and they didn't run the ball well against New Orleans. They've been the subject of criticism. They won't be this week. Derek Oden makes the tackle.
And in that 4th quarter last week, Phoenix got 0 yards on offense. Of course, they were going up against a pretty good defense in the New Orleans Saints. But this is just a mere shadow of the Philadelphia defense that we've seen over the years.
And there's one reason. Byron Evans with his arm in a cast. 2nd down and 8. Clock shows 6:53 remaining in the game. 16-3 Phoenix. This time a loss in the play of a couple to the 41-yard line. Leonard Renfro, number 94, makes the stop.
The amazing thing, Verne, about the defense for the Eagles is that 6 of the starters that started the year against Phoenix back in Philadelphia are out with injuries. They only have 5 of their original starters that are playing. And the amazing thing is you look at the standings in the league, and if you go from wins and losses right across to injuries, it's amazing how the injuries affect the win-loss records.
Third and 10. Chandler darts out of bounds. Well, look at the Cowboys have had 6 games missed by starters. The Giants only 7. This was going into today. Philadelphia with 14, Phoenix 11, and then the Redskins 26.
And these standings won't change. The Cowboys are 6-2. The Giants are 5-3. Looks like the Eagles are going to be 4-4. Phoenix improves to 3-6, and we'll see about Washington.
Here is Rich Camarillo for the first time today. Sikahema waits for it at the 10-yard line. Whoa. Off the side of his foot. Shanked it.
Somebody must have just woke him up and said, hey, go on out there and kick one. I don't think he was quite ready for that, do you?
Pro Bowl punter misfires badly. Green Bay, New Orleans, and 49ers at Tampa Bay in the early games. And in the second games, Phoenix goes to take on the Cowboys, Minnesota at Denver, Atlanta at the Rams. And it all begins with the NFL today at 12:30 Eastern Time. Mark McMillan and Ben Smith on the sidelines as their offensive teammates try rather desperately to get something going here in the last 5:20. And that pass is caught out near the 30-yard line by James Lofton. That's his second catch of the day. 37 years of age. Well, Joe Bugle trying to coach and win under the ultimatum will feel a little better today, but will it be enough? Walker, Aeneas Williams to make the tackle at the 40-yard line as the Eagles go with the hurry up.
One thing that Bugle will feel better about if the score holds is they'll be 3-2 in the NFC East. And when's the last time the Cardinals had an advantage over their opponents in the NFC East?
Been a while. Bavaro at the 50. Again, Harvey with the tackle.
Remember, with a 13-point lead, it's a whole lot different than if it's a 15 or 16 or 19. Now remember, Davis missed a couple of field goals.
O'Brien, no whistle, throws it away deep right side.
O'Brien showing that he's a fighter, did not cave in under that pressure there. It looked like a Cardinal had him wrapped up, but he just kept working and moved his feet and body out of the way and got a chance to throw that one away.
Talked a lot about the defensive problems, particularly, Dan, against the run. Offensively, you've got O'Brien, the third quarterback this year. Barnett is out. Calvin Williams hampered. They haven't been able to put points on the board. 6, 10, and 10. 3 games coming into today, and they've only got 3 points this afternoon so far. That one's incomplete. Intended for Bavaro. And the clock stops with 4:08 remaining.
Eagles have 3 timeouts remaining. They got to get a score here within the next minute and a half, 2 minutes. Give their defense a chance to get a breather here and try to turn the ball back over to them.
3rd and 10. First down at the 29. Victor Bailey makes the catch. Number 82.
Came into the game with a bad left hamstring, but looks pretty good on that play. And remember back to the end of the first half, will you, Verne, when it looked like Bailey made the catch for the touchdown on the Big Ben play, and the official said no.
Blitz. O'Brien shovels it forward. And that is going to be a fumble. And Philadelphia recovers. O'Brien gets into it with somebody. I don't think he was trying to shovel that pass. It looked like the ball slipped out.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right, Verne. He did try to shovel it, though, and that should have been called an incomplete pass, but the officials ruled it a fumble.
Blitz again. O'Brien deep left side. Incomplete. Flag is down.
This might be defensive holding against the Cardinals. May even be against Lorenzo Lynch on the outside.
12 men on defense. 5 yards. Repeat, 2nd down.
That's that prevent defense that Bugle's been working on. So Lynch doesn't get called for holding. It's 12 men. And if you can get away with it, it's pretty good. One thing it does is it runs time off the clock. And that time it worked to keep the completion from happening.
Clock shows 3:08 remaining. And it's 2nd down and 4. O'Brien gets rid of it to Herschel Walker. Flies down the sideline, is out of bounds, and a flag flies down to the ground at the 8-yard line.
They're going to call clipping against the Eagles. Walker went down the sidelines, and one of his receivers trying to help him out blocked the Cardinal in the back.
Illegal use of hands to the face. Number 87. 10 yards. Repeat, 2nd down.
Going to get Maurice Johnson for that illegal block. 10 penalties today against Philadelphia. That one really hurt.
Ball back to the 23-yard line on second down. 16-3 with 2:59 remaining. James Joseph has come in. There's Freddie Joe Nunn. And here are the Eagles trailing by 13 points. 2nd and 4 officially. Deep in the end zone for Bavaro, who is out of the end zone, incomplete. Made the grab, overthrown.
What an effort, though, by Bavaro, playing on a very ugly knee. But this effort by both he and O'Brien is really outstanding. O'Brien just finding a place to get rid of the ball. And then at the end of it, Bavaro just laying out. Knows he's running out of room. A great catch, but about a foot too far.
3rd and 4. Tipped away, incomplete. 4th and 4. Chris Oldham.
Yeah, Oldham's playing in one of those inside safety positions in this big nickel defense for Fritz Schirmer. And he's really a cornerback, and he showed that cornerback ability that time as he broke underneath Bavaro and knocked it away. Crucial play now. It's everything or nothing.
4th and 4. James Joseph in motion. Blitz. O'Brien with time, incomplete. Intended for Bavaro. And Chris Chandler and the Phoenix Cardinals get the ball back with 2:42 remaining.
Find out everything else is history. Levi's loose-fitting jeans. Budweiser Beechwood aged for a crisp, clean, classic taste. And by Norelco patented lift and cut shavers.
Handoff on first down goes to Ron Moore. And he shoves it out across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Rich Kotite said with us last night he did not think that Phoenix would be able to run the ball. But look what has happened in the last 3 weeks, Dan.
And Ron Moore's rushing at about 4.5, almost 5 yards a carry. This is incredible, though. When's the last time 3 weeks in a row that the Eagles have given up over 200 yards? And that's rushing. That's not throwing the ball or total offense. That's rushing the ball. And 90%, it seems, is right up the middle.
Well, we've got the clock stopped with a timeout. 2:36 to go here. Let's go to New York and Greg.
All right, Verne at Pontiac today. Big day running the football for Barry Sanders of the Detroit Lions. 187 yards, leaves him just 23 shy of 1,000 for the season in the Lions' 23-0 win over the Tampa Bay Bucks. Verne and Dan, back to you.
All right, Greg, 16-3 is the score right now with 2:36 remaining. Eric Allen and his Philadelphia teammates trying to stop what has been unstoppable thus far, and that's a ground attack by the Phoenix Cardinals.
Well, they're lucky they're not playing Detroit. Barry Sanders.
Nothing on this play out near the 30-yard line. Seth Joyner makes the tackle. Louise Sharp and Clyde Simmons, who have met several times.
And Simmons and Sharp, they're not the ones that were after each other. Clyde was just telling Louise to take it easy. But these guys battle all day long. And then somebody wants to get into a fight at the end of it. Not going to be a very long fight.
Ed Cunningham is the injured Cardinal. He limps off, and time has been called. 2:32 to go in regulation.
The left side and make this tackle on Ron Moore, and Ed Cunningham's hooked up with Gerald Nichols, and Nichols bends Cunningham over backwards. He doesn't know that Joyner's underneath, and now watch Louis Sharp come in from the left side. He's just protecting his line mate there, Ed Cunningham. But that's one of those unfortunate injuries where this is a good sign, though, that Cunningham's up and walking. That looked like it could have been a serious knee injury.
Mark May moves over to center for the final 2.5 in this ball game. 3rd and 5. And Larry Centers moves it out close for a first down. He may have gotten it. Gerald Nichols and Louis Sharp, so it's not settled between those two.
It's a battle of the birds today, and the red birds have beaten the green ones.
First down, Phoenix.
And they did it on the ground.
No flying in this game. We have reached the 2-minute warning. Phoenix has a 13-point lead at 16-3. Looks like the Bronco to me.
It'd be so nice for me to go into Mile High Stadium and not see that big orange crowd. 15 years playing in Denver, hated every minute of it.
I hope that Bronco stays up a little longer than that next week. First down. And they test the middle for a gain of about 1. To the 35-yard line.
Yeah, it's time now just for Chandler to kneel down and end this one. Although Philly's going to use their timeouts.
.145 remaining in the ball game. It's 16-3 Phoenix. Is imprisoned for assault with a deadly weapon. This LA gang leader's command of the English language has made him a cool $250,000 for his autobiography. That's 60 Minutes tonight. Then it's Murder, she wrote.
Good pause.
Followed by the CBS Sunday movie. Ghost. Trying to out Summerall. Ron Moore, who has better than 150 yards in the ball game. He's getting close to 160. 35 carries, 157 yards for a 4th-round draft choice in his first season with the Cardinals.
Big win for Joe Bugle, too, to kind of get that monkey off his back, ease some of the pressure. And he'll go to Dallas next week to take on the Cowboys, who may or may not be without quarterback Troy Aikman.
Word on Aikman was that his strained hamstring would not be enough to keep him out next week, but those things can be troublesome. 3rd and 7. Cardinals keep it on the ground and get it to the 40. It'll be Rich Camarillo coming on for his second punt of the game. And for Byron Evans and his Eagle teammates, a long trip back home where they take on Miami next week, then the New York Giants at home. But they fall to 4-4, their 4th loss in succession.
And they came into the year with a tough schedule, and the second half of their schedule is especially tough. And when you look at all the injuries and their inability to stop the run, things don't look real good in Philadelphia.
The Eagles have given up 243 yards on the ground today. Sikahema laterals the ball back, and it's down at the 41-yard line. 3 seconds remaining in the game. A 37-yard punt and 18 on the return. Final play forthcoming. And Richie Kotite and the Eagles will drop to 4-4. Trail the Cowboys by 2 games. Joe Bugle and the Cardinals win their 3rd of the season. They had defeated the Redskins twice. But the ultimatum is still there. That is, you must have a winning record, according to the owner of this team, Bill Bidwell, or changes will be made.
Hey, Louis, way to go, baby.
Eric Hill, who missed the first 3 games in a contract dispute with the Cardinals. Something about his birthday, right?
Always somebody's birthday or somebody's mother you got to say hi to.
Sekahima was injured in that last play. And is going to need some assistance. By Sekahima, who lives here in the Valley as well, played with the Cardinals when they were in St. Louis and Phoenix and opted to live here. This game is presented by authority of the National Football League, and this CBS telecast is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of CBS, the Phoenix Cardinals, and the National Football League is prohibited.
It's a month now of losing for Philadelphia after they had a month of winning. It's so tough to have to overcome that mentally. When you win for a day or so, and then you get ready for your next opponent. But when you lose, you're a loser until you win again. It's been a long time since Cunningham, or rather Richie Kotite, has been a winning coach this year.
Final play of the game. O'Brien gave it his all, but it comes up a sack. Lorenzo Lynch. Joe Bugle, and the Cardinals win it 16-3. They are good friends. Richie Kotite and Joe Bugle. So for Dan Fouts, I'm Verne Lundquist saying so long from Phoenix, where the final score was 16-3. Phoenix. The NFL on CBS continues next Sunday. Doubleheader action in the early games. Washington at New York, Green Bay at New Orleans, or San Francisco at Tampa Bay. In game 2, you'll see either Phoenix at Dallas, Minnesota at Denver, or Atlanta at the Los Angeles Rams. It all starts at 12:30 Eastern with the NFL Today. We're going to go back to Greg and Terry. You've been watching CBS Sports coverage of the NFL.